Alright. It's time for game 2 of this week's teleportation ICYFAR, where players had to use their racer's mobility max mechanics to surprise their opponent and appear where they least expect it. Down here in the bottom right, in the red, already being a bit of a cheeky bugger, it's Slates. Slater? Up here in the top left, in the blue, the unsuspecting Zerg player, it's Zeshonal. So guys, if you want to get your replays in for next week, keep in mind there is a brand new challenge, as always. It is Snake Oil Salesman. So if you want to get your replays cast in next week's ICYFAR challenge, I cast your freaking awesome replays. That is, of course, what ICYFAR stands for. Play the Snake Oil Salesman challenge. Sell your opponent a steaming pile of crap. Tech switch drastically after something is scouted. Show a tech or rush and transition instantly out of it. Or find some other way to trick your opponent out of their hard-earned ladder points. As usual, if you want the up-to-date info and the info on where to send your replays, make sure you go and type !ICYFAR in my Twitch chat. It will give you the updated information, so you can always find it there at any time. It'll give you the updated challenge, all that sort of stuff. Even if I'm not live and I'm hosting a different channel, you'll still be able to type that in my chat. It'll give you all the information. And if you're ever wondering what the challenge is, get on that. I've had a few people who kind of watch the videos a few weeks late on YouTube trying to submit challenges from previous weeks. So just make sure before you send in your replays, you get on my channel, my Twitch. You type that !ICYFAR, you read the challenge, and you play the up-to-date challenge. So you've actually got a chance of being featured. Because it always sucks to have this really good game playing out the challenge and then not get it featured. Speaking of, the previous game, guys, was all about perverts. Now, this pervert is the one who actually likes pain. He's a bit of a sadistic bastard. Is it sadistic or masochistic? What's the one where you enjoy pain being inflicted on you? Because he's hanging around. He's like, I'm going to watch right into the danger zone. Didn't go back to the high ground. Didn't go back to the safety of the water. He's like, oh, touch me. Yeah, touch me. This Marine's like, I'm going to kill you, you fat fucking floating brain. And then walks away, realizing the Overlord was getting pleasure from it. The Marine was like, I'm not going to fulfill your sick, perverted pleasures, you bastard. And instead, we're going to see Marines rallying to the front. It's a 3-barracks proxy, a depot building on the front. Slater comes in, one spine crawler cancelled, another one trying to build. Zeshonal's in big troubles, another Overlord, yet another fucking pain-loving freak runs in. This one will get blasted, though. It goes, oh, that was the most satisfying way to die. Similar to someone who ends up accidentally asphyxiating while pleasuring themselves and dying from it. That Overlord had a very pleasurable death. That Queen, holy shit, chunks of her go flying everywhere. That's a ribcage. Her ribcage is just sitting there. Holy shit balls. Back in the main, 3 spines, a roach horn. Zeshonal is not pulling workers, is not fighting with Zerglings, is saying, screw you, mate. Actually, wait, I will build Zerglings. 12 Zerglings going to try and support in the high ground. So Zeshonal's going to try and break out with roaches here. Slates here says, you know what the mobility mechanic of Terran is? It's just making some barracks and some Marines and trying to kill you. Lol. Get trolled a bitch. So we're gonna have to see where this game goes. Proxy barracks in of itself, no, not really. I don't know if it's a mobility mechanic as such, but you know what? We'll allow it for now. We'll see how it goes. These Marines are gonna start to waltz forward. Oh, one little wriggly boy there takes up some fire. Oh my god, a couple tentacles on the ramp. That Marine dies with a tentacle through his skull. He's like, yeah, okay, I wasn't really planning on getting stabbed through the face by a 30-foot giraffe neck with a spike on the end. But you know what? You know what? We all learn somehow. Wriggly Boy does end up going down, and those Zerglings going to back off up that ramp for now. Now, they are holding on, but Zeshonal here, I don't know if Zeshonal's really thought about how to break out. We see a player supply blocked on 22 with 700 minerals, 0 gas mining, only spine crawlers, no ling speed, and absolutely 0 plan of what to do next. I mean, okay, the tentacles can slowly work their way out of your 1-base setup, but I kind of feel like you might need gas mining if you want to build some more roaches, mate. Zeshonal, just, you know, I feel like there's a little bit of adrenaline. It's that moment where you go, okay, I got to do things to win the game. I got to do things to win the game. You keep repeating that to yourself 36 times in a row. You realize you haven't spent your money in the last 6 minutes. I think Zeshonal's hitting that point right now. Is like, maybe I need a second gas. Starting to figure that one out. Meanwhile, the other side of the map, the transition is well underway. Slatey is saying, you know what? I built a lot of Marines. Now I'm going to keep building Marines and bunkers, and I'm gonna follow this up with more Marines and bunkers, like, because I got a lot of minerals as well. But I mean, I could make a command center, but instead I think I'm just gonna make more Marines and bunkers. I mean, we see some gas going down, So maybe there is a faint glimmer of a transition, but I kind of feel like we're just going to see Slatey just going, yeah, more Marines? More Marines? Okay, there's a tech lab, that's something. Zashonal's like, okay, I've got me gases up. I could have done this 3 minutes ago, but you know what? I'm not sure how strong bunkers are. Apparently 3 slow Zerglings and a Roach doesn't beat full 3 bunkers? Doesn't? Zashonal here, learning things about the limits of Zerg power, was hanging out on the All Things Terran subreddit, lurking there, being like, haha, let's get some info from the enemy side, had actually heard that apparently Zerg is bullshit and you only need to attack move to win the game. Zashonal took that to heart there, but is finding that there may be some sort of disconnect between forum comments and his own experience in-game dealing with bunker rushes. Not 100% sure. He's still trying to put the facts together. He's like, maybe I should tech up and make a lair. I'm really not sure what's going on. I feel like going down this ramp might be a bad idea. So let's just spread some creep through me main base, shall I? Oh, look at this cheeky little tumor. It's not a tumor, except it is indeed a tumor, and it's going to actually start to spread this creep. Look at this. Oh, no. That bunker's going to get covered in creep, isn't it? Wait, why is the creep graphic not going on it? Is it because I turned my graphics down a little bit? I think it is. God damn it. Damn it. Normally the poo slowly creeps up on the buildings a little bit if you spread creep on them. Actually, oh, it's especially when you poop creep from an overlord, it does. Maybe it doesn't do it if you spread creep from underground. Anyways, command center's on the way. Slatey said, I really need to transition at home. I better build another barracks. So great decision making there. Is now got a factory going on the tech lab, more barracks with no add-ons. Slatey's like, yeah, okay, we're going to float this barracks around. He's going to be our pervert. You know, they've got overlords perving. I should have a floaty barracks to have a perv as well, you know. An eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth, a pervert for a pervert. That's what they say. Oh my God! Oh, Jesus Christ. That's not the sort of video I was interested in watching. Slatey, keep it in your pants, buddy. If you like weird things, that's okay. I mean, power to you for having your own fetish. Personally, getting me face ripped off by a giant fucking wave of tentacles, not my idea of a good time.
My hands are shaking, but I'm still shooting. I'm still getting the headshots. It's like
boom, headshot, boom, headshot, boom. Thank you so much, In Control. The man who enjoys sliding a cheeky, spiky pylon into my back door repeatedly while I say, no, Jeff, please stop. No, Jeff, please stop building pylons in my back door. Jeff says, oh yes, I will warp adepts into your back door. Thanks a lot, Jeff. No worries. I think that's the 3rd time in the last week that you've ruined me with a spiky crystal up my butt. Thanks a lot, Jeff. Appreciate that. Always good to play some ladder games against you and have you ravage me ladder pool. Thanks for the host, everyone who's come over from In Control stream. I hope you caught that game earlier. It was a splendid beauty of a domination that Jeff did to me. Now, we have got a butthole here. It spewed out some roaches. They are left with the vague aroma of Nidus butthole around them, but they're going to come in and quickly use, of course, that as just great motivation to vomit. They're like, oh, it smells so bad, which is basically the roach's natural way of attacking anyway. A bunch of woo girls who've been out drinking way too many tequila shots, immediately followed by that projectile vomit, which really, you can only get that same force of when you're a teenager. You're in your 20s or 30s, it's never quite the same. Yeah, you might vom, it's a bit of a gross chunder, it never feels good. When you're about 16, 17, 18, you do that, it comes out with the force of a fucking rocket. It's like you're some sort of SpaceX project built by Elon Musk just to launch shit onto Mars. It comes out, launches 3 fucking meters through the air, purely horizontal before having any drop in the wave of vomit. You guys know what I'm talking about. We've all done it before. We've all drunk a little bit to the excess back in the days. And I gotta say, that's how roaches do it. They're fucking terrible, man. I mean, look at it. Look how straight it goes. How do you vomit with such velocity? It's because all roaches are secretly 16-year-old girls who just had way too many tequila shots the night before. Unlike 16-year-old girls, they don't actually recover as quickly, though. They are left with a pretty shitty hangover. And, oh, another trip through the butthole. Oh, I mean, that is going to, of course, load them up with even more motivation. And now we are going to see the Ravager transformation here as well. Oh, Siege Tank's coming forward, but the Ravagers are here. Oh, no. Zashonal with the Ravager ambush. And this time, it is some sort of epic freak of nature vomit. They launch it aerially into the fucking sky, and it falls from above. I'm not even sure how the physics on that work, but god damn, it's exciting to watch. Couple of biles, literally corrosive biles. Bile, yeah, that's this shit from inside your bile duct in your stomach and shit. It's gross. It's literally a whole unit based around vomit. It evolves into a unit that vomits higher into the sky. Great corrosive biles there. Only missing that Liberator by 2 hexes. Good to see the fancy plays from Zeshonal still here on one base. Slate's desperately trying to hang on. The bunkers here doing a good job, but the Liberator's dancing around a little bit. And it's just one base Ravager. Now let's see what is coming out behind this for Slate's. It's a random command center, another random command center, and no units building, no economy. So the one base Zerg is actually way ahead on econ right now. This pervy scouting barracks is going along. He's radioing home. He's like, guys, there's a vacuum here. Gary, did you fucking leave the Roomba on? Dude, it's in the middle of Parasite. You idiot. You're meant to close the front door before you turn the Roomba on. Ah, fucking Gary. Meanwhile, Gary's like, it's fine. I'm going to drill some minerals up here. I'll buy a new Roomba. No one cares. Look at that wave of corrosive biles. Finally finds the mark there. Zeshonal with an impressive 20% accuracy rate on these corrosive biles. Hats off to you, Zeshonal. Is going to come down, says, hey, it's just unupgraded Marines. The Marines are like, you know what? We are craving a couple of tentacles to the face. Let's just get punched in the fucking face. These Ravagers just going to keep dancing up and down. Slates is trying to figure it out, has remembered about that magical thing called a factory, building a siege tank with that last little bit of gas. Now we've got 2 orbitals mining, just needs some gas mining, and Slatey might be able to hang on to this ramp. These Ravagers coming down. They want to get rid of that bunker so badly, but oh no! Oh my god! Apparently when you're that packed, loaded with vomit, you literally explode with fire. Okay, we're learning things about the StarCraft universe. We're learning about the physics. Oh god, chunks of fucking dead Ravager everywhere. This is a bloodbath. And I mean, indeed, it literally is a bloodbath. The Marines are going to have a swim in it. These guys have seen so much shit. All their humanity is gone at this point. They're simply reveling in the glory and disgustingness of this fucked up game. I mean, when you start as part of the Marines launching a 3 barracks rush on your opponent, you know you're a sick puppy. Speaking of sick puppies, look at this siege tank. He's like, I think I meant to siege up in front of the bunkers. Somehow not punished for his arrogance. The siege tank's just gonna stay there. Slatey's like, I really need to break your one base. It's not about just barely hanging on to this defensive position. I need to get up the ramp, even though I'm on the verge of losing. And if I can just hang on, I'll barely win. I feel like the correct strategic decision is to push forward. Zeshonal's like, I guess I just keep making Ravagers on one base. I do have 2,000 minerals in the bank. Let's pop a few roaches out on the other side of the map. Why the fuck not? Oh. Here comes the Chunder squad. 16 shots of tequila and a whole... Oh my god, have they been popping Adderall and fucking... Oh my god, they've been taking that ADD medication as well. They're not going to sleep for days. They've mixed way too much of a cocktail. They don't even realize that's an enemy command center. They're like, that's a friendly base, right? That's a friendly base. No. Oh shit. Oh, it's time to vom. Fingers down the throats. Bulimia abounds. And oh god, they're starting to vom all over this Terran. Meanwhile, Slatey has to abandon the low ground over here. The siege tank went down. Desperately needs another siege tank, but there's still no gas mining. Ah, shit. This is fucked up, man. The Chundering Thunder just absolutely fucking destroying. That bunker's going down as well. Roaches, Ravagers on all sides. Absolute vomit party here. The Marines going to come in and they're going to try and punish this. They're like, look, no underage drinking here, mates. Managed to blast them down, and yet another bloodbath. The Marines are really enjoying these bloodbaths, aren't they? They're starting to put it on their face. There's roach blood. They're realizing it does actually burn their skin because they are filled with corrosive biles, but they're like, whatevs, it looks really cool. I got fancy war paint. Yeah, we can fight you, dickhead. I'm going to move straight in and take out your Ravagers. Whilst the Ravagers do die, the Marines quickly realize their faces are being eaten off by large amounts of acid vom. The Drilly boys come in a few seconds too late, and I think this might be the end of this party. Zeshonal here, weathering the storm of the one-base proxy barracks, and saying, you know what? Counter Nidus Worm. Welcome to Dicktown, you dirty Terran. You can't just win with your 3 barracks. I don't care how many Marines you have. We have projectile vomit. I think that's going to be a GG, gang. It looks like Slatey's rush does fail in the end. So, good plays by Zeshonal. Took a while to figure out the Nidus transition, but I like the spine crawlers on the high ground. They did a good job of slowing it down. Personally, a big fan of this Marine skin as well. These are, of course, the Mad Max Marines. Pretty sure Blizzard's going to be trapped in some copyright battles over that skin set. We'll see how it goes. How the fuck are you pumping this many units, Slatey? Just it's amazing how if you let someone mine an entire one base out for 15 minutes while not transitioning at all, they do actually build a lot of shit. GG there, Zishonal. Slatey. Taking a while to transition out of that one. And the Nidus Worm catching them off guard. GG, well played.